Okay, everybody, today is the day, finally, after all of the anticipation and the build-up and the requests for this. Today is finally the day, everyone. So welcome to today's stream, the first of two, of course, a full streaming day here for you guys. In fact, we're not even halfway through the streaming week. I'm streaming every single day here through Sunday. I'm not having any time off until Monday of next week, so it's weird because it actually feels like it's later in the week for me for some reason. But it's only Wednesday. So anyway, welcome everyone. I am Phil. Philium. That's right. And today is Wednesday, October 24th, 2018. Welcome to my first of two gameplay streams of the day. And you may be wondering, what am I doing today? Well, allow me to explain. I'm playing Soul Calibur 6. And I'm playing it online, or at least I'm going to attempt to play it online. I don't know how much success I'm going to have. I've heard some mixed things. I've heard that when you get a connection, it's great. But I've also heard that sometimes you can have a very, very exceptionally long time between finding matches, which sounds terrible to me. Obviously, you want to be able to find matches quickly when you're playing a competitive fighting game. So if that is the case, I hope you guys are ready to hang out with me and kind of chill and talk for a bit and kill time between the matches, if indeed we can't find any. In addition, I'm now hearing the game is pretty broken, meaning, number one, created characters are allowed in all matches, including ranked, which makes no fucking sense to me. If you just want to play the game on its face value, you don't want to be fighting created characters. I don't know why they're allowed in ranked matches. And number two, apparently, people have been doing some really messed up stuff, where, basically there's, they created characters all have giant penises on their fucking bodies, and just really stupid stuff in general, real childish nonsense. That obviously, if you're trying to learn a game and play it competitively, you don't want to be dealing with that stupid shit. I've also created characters that are kind of wonky. Like, they could have weird hitboxes where they're either, like, huge or tiny. And basically, people are saying the game is kind of a mess online. Great. So anyway, it is what it is, I guess. That sucks in my opinion. But I guess they decided to go that route for the game. Don't ask me why. In addition to that, I'm not very good at Soul Calibur. Like, I will tell you guys right off the bat, I know I'm not. This is a series that, I played back in the day when it was Soul Blade in arcades, and then when it was Soul Calibur on the Dreamcast. And every once in a while, I remember I played Soul Calibur 4. I played it on Xbox. I had the Yoda. And then I played Soul Calibur 5, I think, for YouTube, but I don't really remember much about it. So, it's been so long since I played Soul Calibur, and I have not played on a competitive level at all at any point during my life. So, I know for a fact I'm probably just going to lose nonstop today. I mean, some people are asking me, oh, who are you going to play with? Well, the only character I really had any kind of experience with is Cervantes, because that's the playstyle I used during my playthrough of the story-based campaign, right? I tried using Voldo and Nightmare, but then I couldn't get high-level weapons for them, so I couldn't continue to use those character styles in the story mode, so I really didn't learn much or anything with those characters. So, honestly, I mean, it's just going to be me flubbing around, just trying to get matches and just kind of button mashing until I find effective strategies. I don't know what else to say. I'm no good at this game. I know I'm not. Okay? So, it's going to be a unique experience, I guess. And this will be my one major stream of the multiplayer of this game. If it's enjoyable to people and to me, I would consider playing it again, as a nighttime stream in the future. But let's see how today goes, I guess. Okay? Okay. So, all that being said, hopefully you guys have a good stream with me here today. Soul Calibur 6 multiplayer, finally, okay? Later tonight, I will be playing more Dragon Quest XI, which I'm excited for. I'm really enjoying the game at this point. The plot has been exceptionally good. This second go-around, as you go around the world that's been taken over by monsters, and you try to free it from their grip, and you're reforming your party slowly but surely. It's been pretty damned good, and I've been really enjoying it, and the streams of Dragon Quest have been very chill recently, where people have been coming by and hanging out and having fun and having good discussions, and everything's been good with the Dragon Quest playthrough. So that's continuing tonight on my second stream. That's around 6:30 p.m. Pacific time, okay? All right, tomorrow will be a momentous day. First of all, I'm going to be starting off with Assassin's Creed Odyssey, a 4+ hour gameplay stream trying to advance the plot. Basically, I want to get as far as I possibly can in this game, because at this point, this is going to be the last time I have a chance to play it as the main stream. So I definitely want to, you know, emphasize progression in the story and see how far I can get. From what I understand, story-wise, I'm actually more than like 70-75% through it. The problem is apparently there is a grinding wall coming up where if the game was designed to not try to nickel and dime the consumer, I would be able to continue on with the plot and beat the game relatively quickly, but there's going to be this big grind where you need to basically gain like 10-15 levels artificially in order to continue on with the story, which in my opinion is bullshit. And obviously the reason they put it in the game is because they want you to buy their experience boosting microtransaction garbage. But I want to see how far I can get in the plot tomorrow. So that's tomorrow's main stream. Tomorrow night, there will not be a normal second stream, but there will be a late night premiere stream of Red Dead Redemption 2 at 9 p.m. Pacific time. It will be a 2-hour-long premiere stream just to get a good first taste of the game, okay? Then, for the foreseeable future, starting on Friday, my main featured stream will be Red Dead Redemption 2. From all reports, the game is exceptionally long. A lot of people are saying it's going to blow everyone away. We'll see. But it'll start, the madness will start on Friday. Every day, come by and, you know, share in the Red Dead experience with me, okay? Now, that being said, I'm also going to be balancing it with other stuff, because I know some people will be playing the game themselves, maybe don't want to be spoiled. Maybe some people just don't give a damn about Red Dead. If that's the case, that's fine, because I am going to be continuing on with other playthroughs, okay? And so that's going to be, starting Friday night, I'll be balancing Red Dead Redemption with other stuff. So what will it be? Well, I'm thinking Friday night I might want to do another session of Forza. Every time I play Forza Horizon 4, I have a lot of fun. It's a chill stream, and it ends up being a pretty fun interactive time with you guys. So I'm thinking maybe doing another 2-hour Forza stream, maybe Friday night. And then Saturday night, I'll probably either do more Dragon Quest or more Soul Calibur, depending on how I feel. If I want a more laid-back chill stream, I'll do Dragon Quest. If I'm feeling more competitive, then I'll do more Soul Calibur. Okay? So there you go. And then Sunday, there will be another Red Dead stream, but there's no second stream on Sunday. It's the last Sunday of the month, which means I got a ton of shit to do, including paying bills and the like, so. And then Monday's my day off, okay? Then Tuesday, or next week, there'll be a full week of fun gameplay, including Red Dead and my Halloween marathon, alright? So, next week should be a lot of fun, you know, heading into November with a lot of Red Dead and the Halloween event as well, okay? So, yeah, pretty excited. It's going to be crazy the next few weeks, to say the least. Everyone's going to be in Red Dead fever. We all know this. We all know everyone's going to be going crazy for Red Dead. I certainly hope you guys will come by and check out the streams. Especially what you guys got to remember is the most I'm really going to be playing Red Dead is 4 hours a day. So many of you within a few days may be way ahead of me. And so you might want to come by and check out my streams afterward once the spoilers, you know, there's no potential that I could spoil the game for you. You know what I mean? So there you go. All right. What else is going on? Supposedly, I got some good news. I think that Saw 2 is actually arriving today, which is crazy. I didn't think it was going to come that fast. I ordered it a couple days ago, and I think Saw 2 is coming today. So that's going to be a shoo-in for the Halloween event, if it indeed does show up today and works. You never know when you order pre-owned from Amazon, but yeah, that could be good. You know, and everything's coming together with the Halloween event. Right now, people are voting on what games I'll be playing during the event. And to me, it's looking like, it's going to end up being a unique mix. I think right now, The Conjuring House and Resident Evil Remastered, a hard difficulty, you know, run, are the top 2 games in the poll. And then there's like a triple tie, I think, between Undertale Genocide, Dino Crisis, and Dead by Daylight. So, there's no way we're going to have time for everything, especially if I'm going to be playing Saw and possibly Silent Hill, right? Just between those two, that's 3 hours or more of gameplay. So, more than likely, I'll probably end up playing around 4 games, if not 5. So So it'll definitely be interesting to see how the polls end up. But we'll see how this goes, you know. It should be interesting to see how it goes, and, you know, it should be a lot of fun. Regardless of what gets into the event, it always is a lot of fun. Yeah, there you go. All right, so that's next week. That's a week from today, actually. Exactly 1 week from today on Halloween, the big Halloween marathon event. I hope you guys will join me for that. Okay? Also, guys, if you haven't noticed, if you take a look, the subs on this channel have finally leveled out. All of those crazy amount of gifted subs that I received over, you know, late August and September have finally expired. And we're back down to the normal sub numbers. Typically, on this channel, on the low ball end, I have around 375 subs. And on the high ball end, I have around 575. So it kind of varies depending on what games I'm playing and the like at any time. So we're finally back down to a normal subscriber range, okay? So the good news is, for the month of November, the sub goals will return. And I'm actually debating having 2 completely different sub goals. One will be based on a Christmas event, and one will be based on a multiplayer event, right? I think one thing I'll do is, you know, have a Christmas marathon event set up as a goal. And then I'll also have, you know, if we hit a certain goal, we could do like a interactive multiplayer event. What games exactly would be in that event? I don't know. I guess Soul Calibur could be one. Obviously Call of Duty, right, could be one. If I end up getting Battlefield 5, which I'm on the fence about right now, I guess Battlefield 5 could be one. I would say no to WWE. The game runs like shit, and it's probably not going to be worth it. Red Dead, I would say, but sadly we don't know when Red Dead's online mode is even going to come out or when it's going to start working. So I'll think about this, okay? I'll think about this. But, yeah, there will be sub goals in the month of November. Also, the month of November will be a great month to pledge to my Patreon because you're probably going to get in both on Christmas events and, again, if I do a multiplayer event on that as well. So, okay. Alrighty then. I'm trying to think if there's anything else. You guys can hear the landscapers outside. They're going to be gone soon. They've been here for the last half hour. So they're going to be done outside soon, but you're going to hear them on and off during the pre-stream. There's nothing I can do about that. Let me see. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I want to mention in particular before we get into our plugs and you know, shout-outs and everything. Honestly, the only thing I kind of want to say, guys, is thanks for all of your support. You know, the summer was absolutely great. This gaming season has had a good start. And I want to say thanks to everyone who's been supportive on the streams. At this point, I'm going to be honest with all of you. I'm a little nervous. Reason being, we're coming to the end of the year. And typically around this time of year, I see a big boost. And sadly, because of what's happened on YouTube, okay, it has nothing to do really with the streams. It has to do with YouTube. As you guys know, this year on YouTube, everything kind of fell apart. Just think about all the stuff that happened to my YouTube channel. DSPGaming, first of all, was suspended erroneously because of Google+, right? Then, I get that cleared up. Then I lose advertisements for some 3 weeks. I lose my partnership. I end up going solo with the advertisements. So then I decided I'm going to take this opportunity to make longer videos, which you guys have always wanted, which is a good thing, don't get me wrong. Engagement is still up. Subscriptions are still up. You know, all the positive metrics that you see on YouTube are up, but profit is still way down. And this is what sucks is because near the end of the year, I usually do get a boost from YouTube because it's the holiday season and the advertising. It's right around this time of year, actually. It's usually late October, November, when the ad revenue kicks into, like, overdrive on YouTube. And I'm not seeing that. Like, in fact, things are actually getting even slower on YouTube. Now, maybe with Red Dead coming out this week, that'll change. Because typically, when there's a big, high-profile new release, a lot of people tend to not come to the streams to avoid spoilers, but then they watch the playthrough on YouTube at their own pace. This is exactly what happened with God of War earlier this year. All right? So, I don't know. That might happen, okay? I guess we'll see. But that being said, I'm nervous because here we are at the end of the year when typically I would be bringing in a lot of extra money, and this would help me, for example, to pay taxes. You know, my state taxes are due in January, my federal taxes are due in April, and I'm at this point, I'm like, I don't even know what I'm going to do for this because Normally, this is when I would make a lot of that money, and I'm not making any of it. It sucks. And it has nothing to do with you, and it has nothing to do with me. I'm still putting out all the great content. You guys are still watching everything. It's just a shitty circumstance, okay? I'm not going to be talking about this too often because I don't want to drag you guys down, all right? I want us to have fun, productive, chill streams. But I'm just being honest and transparent with you guys. You know, coming up the next couple of months, I may have to do some special events and things. You may see goals, like tip goals and the like start appearing on streams again. Remember, I did that last year where I would do a stream and have a tip goal for how much I'm trying to raise during a certain day or whatever. I may have to do that near the end of the year. As much as I don't like to do it, I don't want a whole stream being about making money, but you know, I'm in a situation where it looks like I may have to do that a little bit near the end of the year, and see how things go. Okay, we'll see. We'll see what happens. Again, I don't want to make that. I really don't want to make that the focus of my stuff. You guys know these past several months, I'd say probably since about May or June, my streams have been a lot more chill and more relaxing and kind of fun to just hang out. It's not about drama. It's not about, you know, all that stupid nonsense. It's been a lot better. I haven't really been talking about that kind of stuff too often. I don't want to make that every day. I don't want to do that anymore, okay? But, you know, sometimes I just have to do it, especially if, you know, we're in a situation right now. You know what I mean? See, and here's you get the stupid nonsense. Did you make like $20,000 in the last 2 months? Who the fuck thinks that? You think I made $20,000 in 2 months? You're out of your mind. You're insane. You're completely fucking insane. And when I see shit like that, that just 100% means someone is listening to the wrong people and is spreading misinformation. Are you out of your fucking mind? $20,000 in 2 months? At the height of my popularity on YouTube, I don't think I ever made $20,000 in 2 months. You are just nuts. These fucking people are crazy. This is what I mean. People listen to the dumbest shit. I wish, trust me, I wish I could make that kind of money. Then I could actually put some money aside for this shit, you know? But that's not the situation I'm in. Boy, these landscapers are the loudest I think they've ever been. What the fuck? Oh, they just turned it off. Okay. Okay. Anyway, guys, thank you for your support very much. Okay? I do appreciate everything you guys do for me. I appreciate the fun we have on streams. And I'm just throwing that out there as a heads up that maybe in the next few months I may have to start bringing back, like on the Halloween event, maybe I'll do a tip goal for that day to try to raise some funds or whatever. I don't know. We'll see. Okay? All right. So, ladies and gentlemen, thank you guys very much. Thank you very, very much for all of your support. Thanks for 10 awesome years. Thanks for everything. And if you want to see me continue to be able to do daily, fun, interactive live streams and these new longer format videos on YouTube, there are many ways you can go above and beyond just being a standard video viewer or stream watcher. And here is how you can do that. All right? First of all, you can check out my Patreon. And by the way, this is pretty important right now, guys. We're in the last week of the month, last week of October, and it's a crunch time right now for me to basically kind of bring in as much as I can for the rest of this month. And one major way you can support me is Patreon, because if you pledge to my Patreon now, that counts, you know, towards my income for this month, and it helps tremendously, all right? Check it out over at patreon.com/darksidephil. This is a monthly pledge campaign that I hold where if you pledge, you earn rewards, okay? Personal rewards called perks, depending on how much you contribute. Things such as getting text or verbal thank yous in my streams and videos, getting your questions answered on my bi-monthly Q&A show, Ask the King, that's taking place next month on Thanksgiving, by the way. In addition to that, you get a private Q&A video made, which is really awesome. But in my opinion, the best perk is the $5 perk. You pledge $5, you get in on all of the nomination and voting processes that happen. So, for example, right now, patrons are voting on Halloween-themed games. Previously, they voted on the kind of Halloween costume I was going to wear during the Halloween Marathon next week, okay? Previously, they nominated and voted on indie games to be played during events. Rage-a-thon games that really were pissing me off during a special event. They voted on the 10-year history of the content that I put out on the internet, the best things for us to look over and react to during a 10-year retrospective stream. Patrons' Choice playthroughs, where they pick a game for me to do a full playthrough of. I mean, it's an unprecedented amount of control over my streams and content for $5. Okay? It's huge. So please check it out. Patreon.com/DarkSidePhil. Please consider pledging. There's 7 days left this month to pledge and have it count. And it would significantly help me out if you did pledge this month. So please consider doing so. Okay? Number 2, there's my Teespring shop. Oh, by the way, you know what I should do? I should take this opportunity to thank the September patrons. So let's do a very quickly thank you to the following September patrons who are currently voting on the Halloween event. All right, so again, thank you to those September patrons. Thanks for not only supporting, but also, you know, forming this fun Halloween event for next week, okay? All right, guys. Also, you can check out my Teespring store where I sell merchandise. Being that we are about to head into the holiday season, now would be the time for you guys to start checking this out over at teespring.com/stores/DSPGaming, okay? There you can get all kinds of fun stuff. T-shirts, sweatshirts, hoodies, stickers, mugs, and the like. The reason I bring it up for, like, holiday season beginning is because it does take a few weeks for the merchandise to be created unless you pay extra for expedited shipping and the like. So if you're thinking about maybe, I'll check stuff out for the holidays, you might want to start looking now, okay? My 10th anniversary line of product has been a hit. People have really seemed to enjoy it. And, you know, anything you buy from my shop helps me out as well. So please give it a look. Okay. All right, last but not least, guys, obviously today, this is an interactive stream. And as I said, there may even be a lot of downtime between matches. We'll have to see. That being said, if you would like a shout-out during today's stream, you could get a shout-out if you either cheer with bits, subscribe to the channel, or you tip me. However, this is my own place of business as well as my hobby. I do need to keep it in line with Twitch's terms of service, and I do find it subjective, what I say and do on my own stream. Therefore, please understand there are some rules you should follow if you're trying to get a shout out. Number 1, please be positive and do not bring in insults or negativity against myself, other streamers, other stream chatters. It's just not allowed. Please don't bring in negative memes about myself or other streamers either. Please do not bring in negativity or any kind of information about people. Oh, did you know someone's stealing your content? Did you know this? Did you know that? I don't care. All right? Let all that stuff stay outside of my stream and let them have their own little world. I don't give a crap about it. Okay? Also, please don't bring up divisive topics such as religion or politics because we don't talk about those on this stream. This stream is meant to be a chill place where people can escape from the real world, watch me play games, watch my honest reactions, and just have fun and kind of hang out with people. They don't want to be inundated with the shit that you're already bombarded with outside of the stream, okay? And of course, one other thing, guys, please keep it short, keep it brief. If you're going to look for a shout-out, don't post up a giant paragraph that's going to derail the stream for an hour, okay? All right. Now, if you'd like to go a step further and you'd like to get a fun, spooky Halloween animation to play on today's stream, you could do that. If you either cheer 50 bits or more in a single cheer, if you tip $5 or more in a single tip, or if you click the share button after subbing to the channel, okay? As you look at the top of your screen, there's a stream stats leaderboard in effect today. I'll periodically be updating this with top cheerer and top tipper. So it's another way for you to get recognition if you are the current top contributor for cheers or tips, okay? If you subscribe to the channel, you get many benefits, including access to all of my emotes, including the brand spanking new revolver emote, and of course the long-standing cowboy emote, which I'm sure tons of people will be using during the Red Dead Redemption 2 playthrough. There's also the Spider-Man emotes. There's also the confusion emote, the anger emote, the take a sip emote, the death face emote. We've had a bajillion new emotes added over the past couple of months for our subscribers, all right? In addition to that, you don't have to watch ads when I run them, which I typically do take 1 to 2 ad breaks a stream, so you don't have to watch those. And, of course, you get a cool chat crown badge to show how long you've been a supporter, okay? So please consider subbing. Helps you out, helps me out. We all get benefit, okay? Last but not least, guys, if you're interested in tipping me and you're wondering how to do that, it is a completely separate process from cheering and subbing, which are integrated into Twitch. 2 ways to tip. If you look below the stream, there's a button that says tip jar. If you click on that, it'll take you to my tips page on PayPal, where you can either be anonymous or leave a name and a message to get a shout out. Or if you don't see that tip jar button, if you just type !tip into the stream chat, you can do that as well. That'll bring up a link. That'll bring you to the PayPal page directly. All right. That is it. That is it. It's now time for shout-outs, my friends. For those of you who have been contributing during today's stream, it's time for you to receive some credit, where credit is due. Yes. All right. Okay. Hold on a second here. I'm going to refresh my page just to be sure that I catch all the contributions, because some people do contribute overnight. And this laptop does not update properly overnight. So, okay. So we got a few contributions here overnight. We got Genetic Gamer who cheered. He says, I've noticed there are more content about your life. There's more content about your life available than many other famous or rich people on the internet. There are more people trying to find out about you and your life than celebrities. Why do you think you're so polarizing? Those two things are completely separate. They really are. The reason that people want to find out shit about me is because they've found out over the years that they could use that to damage me. Unlike a lot of other people, like a big movie star, celebrity. Oh no, you dragged up something from their past. Doesn't matter. They're a ginormous movie star, celebrity. They're immune. I'm not. I'm just some guy. I don't even consider myself like on the D list of internet celebrities. Like, I don't think I'm a celebrity at all. I'm just a guy who plays games and shares those experiences daily. And people have found that when they find personal stuff about me, they can use it and spin it negatively to hurt me, even when it's not true, which is most of the time. And they feel empowered that someone who has no power in real life, can then do something negative against me and see some kind of an outcome, an actual effect. Oh my God. So I made something slanderous about Phil, and a bunch of people believed it, and it hurt him. And now I feel empowered because I actually did something negative to some guy who I don't know, who I've never met, who never did a damn thing bad to me. But now I feel like I have power, right? And that's really what I think a lot of it is. And let's face it, being around the block, I've been here for 10 years, right? Being an outspoken guy like I've been for the past decade, chances are, if you want to do this toxic kind of stuff with your life, you will find a reason to hate me. You know what I mean? Like, you will find a reason. Most people out there haven't been doing it for 10 fucking years and been as honest, straightforward, and just kind of, forthright with what they say every day. A lot of these people are just very, very PC or whatever. And not to say that they don't have haters either, but it's a lot easier to find the guy who's been outspoken and that's his thing for the past decade, and find a reason to not like him. So that's the deal. At this point, I reveal very little about my personal life at all. You guys really don't know much about what goes on behind the scenes of the streams or whatever, unless I decide to tell you about it. That's a good thing. Trust me. Kat and I here have a great life together, and we've really enjoyed the fact that people aren't up in our business and in our shit constantly. And trust me, that's on purpose, because we knew that if we did start to allow more information about us to leak out there, that we'd have negative shit happening constantly again, which we don't want, okay? So all that being said, you'd have to ask the individual, but most people who do negative shit like that and try to dive into my personal life have problems themselves. And this is the way for them to feel like they have some kind of power in life. Genetic Gamer cheered again, and he says, I just turned 30 last week. I feel like time is passing me by and I wasted my life. How do you deal with looking through life and looking at opportunities you missed? You don't. The bottom line is, and my philosophy is, you got to look forward always. And yes, obviously everyone in life has regrets, and everyone in life has things they can look back on and say, man, I wish that I'd done this differently. I wish that this had turned out differently or whatever. But the key is to learn from those experiences, to gain experience and get wisdom from that situation, and to do better in the future so that you don't constantly miss out on things or make the same mistakes over and over, and not to dwell on those shortcomings or failures of the past. I know there's a lot of people who just, you can't get out of it. You're in a funk. Man, this thing happened. I can't get off of it. I can't let it go. I just focus on this thing constantly, and I can't stop talking about it, and it's just this negative lump in the back of my head forever. You can't be like that. Because if you're like that, you're going to find yourself held down in all your future opportunities, and all the things that are positive around you that you should be focusing on, you diminish them and you don't recognize them. Instead of accentuating the positive and the things that could potentially be positive in the future, you just dwell on the negative shit in the past, and it could really could hold you back and bring you down. It could cause depression. It could do a lot of nasty stuff. So my philosophy has always been, learn from the past, but do not dwell on it, because the bottom line is you can't change it. It's always it already happened. Focus on the things you can affect and you can change, which is the future and the present, right? Those are the things that you can positively affect and focus on, so that's what you should be doing. That's at least my philosophy. So, all right, and Golden Colts did 120-bit cheers. If I don't come back, tell my mother I love her. Well, Golden Colts, I hope you're all right. That doesn't sound too good. Hopefully you're okay, Golden Colts. But thank you for the cheer. Appreciate that. Okay. So now we move on to people who contributed during today's stream, okay? And actually, if you guys could hold on a moment, I'm going to mute the mic because I have to blow my nose, okay? So let me blow my nose. I'll be right back, and then we'll do shout-outs for those who contributed during the stream. Give me 1 minute. Okay, I'm back, guys. All right, so now let's get the shout-outs for those who contributed during the stream. We start off with Eternal Napalm, who has resubbed for the 9th month in a row. Thank you very much for 9 months of ongoing support, Eternal Napalm. And he says, 9 months? You know, time flies when you're having fun. As an interactive streamer who releases a steady stream of quality content, what lasting impact do you feel you have made upon Let's Plays and video games in general? Well, in the modern era, I'll be very honest with you guys. I don't think I have much of an impact. There's people out there who are much bigger than me. There's people out there who do this, you know, and get 40, 50 times as many viewers as I do. Those are the people who I guess you would say make an impact. My daily dealings here on Twitch are very much just a very personal kind of a deal where I share my gameplay experiences. I'm happy to see anyone come out and hang out with me on a daily basis and contribute. I really am. If anything, you would say back in the day, you know, my original presence on YouTube was really what had an impact. You know, I was the guy who popularized and made mainstream the reactionary Let's Play. Playing a game, and instead of doing a walkthrough, right, doing raw gameplay with reactionary commentary over it, not caring about high-level professionalism, but instead just kind of enjoying a game at its face value and joking around and doing this improv-style commentary, I was the guy who brought that to the forefront. At that point, on YouTube, the only gamers who were really getting mainstream attention were specialists. Someone who only played Call of Duty, right? Someone who only played a certain genre of game. They were the ones who were the people getting notoriety on YouTube. I was the guy who popularized the Let's Play. All right, I certainly didn't create it, but I'm the one who popularized it. And the best part about it is I didn't intend to. You know, it wasn't like that was my intention. I was doing it as a hobby from 2008 until early 2011, 2.5 years, I made gameplay videos for free just because I could. It had nothing to do with money or me ever intending to do it as a job or anything like that. And so many people over the years have told me that they were inspired by seeing me do it and the style that I did it and the fact that I really didn't give a fuck about the professionalism of it. And people went on to have careers doing this who were inspired by me, you know. So that would be, I think, my lasting legacy. I don't think that anything that I do in the modern era is going to be like, wow, when Phil played Red Dead Redemption 2, that was like the best playthrough ever on the internet, and people went and watched. I don't think that's ever going to happen at this point. You get to a point where there's just so much negativity and slander and defamation against you that there's no way that I could ever have mainstream notoriety ever again. But you know what? I'm okay with that as long as I can still enjoy what I do for a living, right? And we can still have these daily fun streams and everything. Like, I'm still okay with that. So that's what I'm focused on, okay? All right, shout out to T-Dubs, who cheered, and he says, I guess a pic leaked online of the final Smash roster. The leaker did it on Snapchat. It's confirmed he works with Bandai Namco. It included Shadow. Who's Shadow? I guess Shadow the Hedgehog. Banjo, so I guess Banjo-Kazooie. Ken from Street Fighter. Isaac from Golden Sun. Gino from Mario RPG. Mock Rider from the NES game Mech Rider. And Chorus Kids. Well, there you go. You heard it here first. Actually, I'm sure most people already knew about this if it was leaked. Quite frankly, out of all of that, I think Banjo-Kazooie, Ken from Street Fighter, and Gino from Mario RPG sound pretty cool. Especially Gino from Mario RPG. I mean, what the fuck? He's only been in one game. He's a sniper character, and he's a puppet, kind of like Pinocchio, who comes to life, and he becomes this sniper who joins Mario on his quest to save the Mushroom Kingdom. So that's kind of cool. I wonder how he'll be in the game, though. But if it's true, awesome. That's a really awesome, roster for a game that's going to be out in only less than 2 months. So, okay. Mr. Terrahawk just cheered. 33 bits, that makes him the top cheerer. And he says, may the gaming god give DSP a good netcode with this multiplayer. Yeah, who knows, man. I'll be honest with you. First of all, I'm upfront telling you all this. I'm not good at this game. I am not good at Soul Calibur 6. All right? I'm not good at Soul Calibur at all. I'm not. I'm forewarning all of you, if you're expecting greatness and a bunch of great wins and great gameplay, you're not going to get it. Like, I'm no good at this game. I messed around with the story mode for 3 days and barely learned anything. I don't understand the new game mechanics. Like, I understand guard impact. I don't understand this new game mechanic that creates a fucking rock, paper, scissors situation. Like, I don't even know how it works. And I'm not very good at the 3D playing in the game, like sidestepping and the like. So I'm probably going to get destroyed constantly. And I really only have played with Cervantes. Yeah, I played a little bit with Voldo and Nightmare, but not enough to really learn anything. So expect monstrous losses today. That's pretty much all I can say. And, it's going to be a point where I'm not even angry. It's just, I know I'm going to get destroyed by people who understand the game way better than me. So it is what it is, I guess. Okay? All right. But thank you, Terrahawk. Top cheer so far. Poopster cheer. He says, do you think there are any downsides to you producing only the highest quality of raw content? First of all, I don't know if that's sarcastic or not. People have been saying this recently. Oh, you produce the highest quality content. Do I feel I produce the highest quality content possible? No. To do that, I'd have to sit in a video editor and edit out dead time and edit out things and only make it like a highlight reel. But that's not what I like to do. I like to put out the raw stuff so you guys see the truth of the matter when it comes to video games. You don't only see the good, you get to see everything, right? Plus, since I do interactive streams now, it leaves in the time for the interaction. You know what I mean? But that being said, are there any downsides to producing raw content? Of course there are. The content is unedited and long form, and many people in the modern era don't like that anymore. When I started in 2008, people loved it. They wanted to see the full-on gameplay of a game, to see at its face value how it was, right? Back then, there weren't crazy marketing arrangements between streamers and YouTubers and these game companies where they would get the games a week early and you'd see a full playthrough of the fucking game up that early. It didn't exist, all right? Back then, I was the guy who lined up in front of GameStop like everyone else, got the game at midnight, ran home and started playing the game, and could give you that premiere day gameplay. And people loved that raw form delivery that I gave them. In the modern era, it's not popular anymore. It's just not. That's why I'm better off as a live streamer where everything is raw and unedited than I am as a YouTuber. So the big drawback is, sadly, the formula of raw gameplay just doesn't really work for YouTube anymore. It just doesn't. And everyone agrees on that, too. It's not just me saying that. Everyone agrees the raw form gameplay is just not popular anymore on YouTube. But on Twitch, it absolutely is. And that's why I like being a streamer. Okay? Genetic Gamer Cheered, he says, watch out for trolls and detractors in chat today. Mods, be vigilant. Yeah, whenever I play a fighting game, they come out in droves. Then he cheered again. He says, I've been playing Warriors of Orochi 4, which is Japanese plus Chinese plus Greek mythology and history. Yeah, I've heard of this franchise, Warriors of Orochi or whatever, but I've never played it myself. So I don't really know anything about it. So, congrats. I would say that probably the thing I played closest to that was maybe Dynasty Warriors, right? I don't think I've ever played a Warriors Orochi game. Maybe I played a demo of one. And I think I remember playing a demo of one. But I never like bought one and played it. So, Mr. Terrorhawk cheered again. He says, thankful DSP has the uncanny ability to figure out combos fairly quickly in fighting games. Yeah, I usually do. This game's a little bit tougher. Like, I was having a lot of difficulty figuring out after you launch with a launcher, what do you do? Because, like in Tekken, typically after a launcher, you can get 2, 3, 4 hits or 1 or 2 combo strings, and then there's like a ground move again that could OTG, which means off the ground, maybe pick you up off the ground again for an extended juggle. And this game's a little different. And again, I'm not really good at this game, so I'll do my best, but don't expect much, okay? Hikani cheered and said, there will be a lot more people coming out for Red Dead Redemption 2, so expect more contributions. Well, see, Hikani, here's the deal. It's kind of 50-50. There are people who will absolutely come out during Red Dead 2, and I feel that they will come out and contribute and say, here, Phil, I support you. At the flip side of that, there's going to be people who normally would be here to contribute and are going to say, well, I'm playing the game myself, therefore I don't want to spoil, and they probably won't be here for the streams. Now, typically when this happens, I see a spike in interest on my YouTube channel. This happened with God of War. It actually happened with Spider-Man last month. So that's the good news, is I will see a natural increase in the viewership on YouTube. The problem is the YouTube revenue ain't great anymore. You know what I mean? Like, usually this would be a good thing, but it's really declined. So I guess we'll see. Like I said, I remain kind of nervous. I want to stay positive. I've been positive these past few months, and I hope that something comes together by the end of the year. I guess we'll see. Timbo Slice cheered. He says, good to see you, Phil. Tomorrow's the big day. Red Dead Redemption 2's out. I'm so pumped for the game, and I hope you are as well. Indeed, I am. And I'm probably one of the very few people who has not fed himself full of trailers and information and spoilers. I know almost nothing about this game on purpose because I want to experience it genuinely and not have insane amounts of fucking knowledge about it going into it, which I think is completely counterproductive to doing the kind of content that I do. Okay? So, I'm going in, not really knowing much, probably less than most people, and I'm hoping that, we'll all have a great time playing it for the next few weeks, because it will be the next few weeks. It's going to take that long to beat it. All right, Timbo just cheered again. He says, shout out to Swaggins, the king of all mods. Mr. Terrorhawk cheered again. He says, DSP is good people. And then he cheered again and said, a playthrough sounds better than a let's play. I agree. Like, when I started, and here's the thing, a lot of people don't know this anymore. They knew this back in the day. So when I started doing gameplay for YouTube, I'd never even heard of a Let's Play. I had no idea what a Let's Play was. So, because again, honestly, I'm the kind of guy, and this is the truth, I've always, by myself, I don't watch other content creators, I don't corroborate with other content creators, I don't know anything about what's going on outside of my own streams, honestly. Very rarely. It's only what I hear from social media or what people tell me in stream chat, that's what I know. Like, I don't watch other content, okay? So, all that being said, I didn't know anything about Let's Plays or anything like that when I was making content for YouTube. So I created the term playthrough. I did it because I knew there was a walkthrough where someone's holding your hand and walking you through a game, and I knew I wasn't doing that. I was playing through a game honestly and genuinely. Honestly and genuinely. I combined two words, honest and genuine. Honestly. What the fuck? So I was genuinely doing a raw playthrough and giving you reactionary commentary to my honest reactions to what was going on in the game. And I felt that should be called playthrough. Now, it's funny because a lot of people use the word playthrough now. A lot of fucking people, including game developers, use the word playthrough now. I was the one who created that term back in the day. And then people started, oh, let's play. And I actually, if I remember correctly, I remember in vlogs, people would ask me, Phil, what about let's play? And I said, I don't like that. It sounds that I don't, let's play. You're not playing the game with me. I'm playing the game. You're watching me play it. Who's let's? Who is this, together with me? That's really not how it's going. I liked the term playthrough. I always have. So. Okay, let's see here. Shout out to Crazy Dream who did a 100-bit cheer. That's the top cheer of the day. He says, "The shame more channels don't do pre-streams. Don't change. It's working." I like doing the pre-stream because, as you guys know, number one, it gives me interaction and a direct line of contact with you guys every day. Oops, I screwed that up. It's basically like doing a daily vlog, right? People have said, "What happened to your vlogging channel?" I don't need it anymore. My pre-stream is my daily vlog with you guys, you know? And it allows me that once this pre-stream's over, now I can primarily focus on the game. Even though, yes, there's still tons of interaction, it's more about focused on the game rather than, oh, we all had burning questions that you didn't answer because you jumped right into the game, okay? Already, I'll be honest with you guys, some of the, last night on Twitter, I asked for feedback. More than a few people were saying, well, we liked your old style of videos where you only focused on the game and didn't interact, and even now we're distracted by the interactions. So these people are distracted now by the interactions during the gameplay. Can you imagine if I didn't do a pre-stream and everyone was asking me these kind of questions from the pre-stream during the gameplay? People would be even more turned off. See what I mean? So you can't have it both ways. You know what I mean? You want interaction. You want to be able to talk with me and interact with me and have this kind of stuff every day. Then you got to kind of put up with the fact that I do it a certain way so that it works, okay? That's why I do the pre-stream like this. Alrighty then, 28 cheered another 100 bits so that you're actually tied for top cheer. Says, Bethesda said they will release Fallout 76 even though it's unfinished. What are thoughts on this? Well, that's not what they said. That's not what they said, alrighty then. Let's be fair here. Let's actually say what they actually said, alright? Let me get you up there. 28, yes, alrighty then, 28. They said in a public statement, expect that with a game like this, there's going to be a ridiculous amount of bugs. And we are 100% expecting a ridiculous amount of bugs. And we're going to rely on you guys, the community, to report and tell us about these so that we can fix them over time. Now, is that a cop-out? Yeah, it kind of is. What they're basically telling you is we're releasing an unpolished game that we expect will have tons of problems. And eventually, in the long run, we want to make it a better experience for you. But at launch, expect it to basically have tons of issues. Does that mean the game's unfinished? I mean, no. I'm sure whatever they're going to put out is what they expect to be the end product experience. But what they want to do is constantly tweak it to make it a better experience because they feel there's no way they could have caught all the problems they know are going to arise with this style of game. If anything, I was very surprised to hear Bethesda say this up front because basically it was being honest, which a lot of game developers are not. A lot of game developers pretend when you pay $60, they're giving you the final end product. And then only after the fact, if horrendous game bugs and things are discovered, then they'll rush to patch them. But at least in this case, I think what Bethesda is trying to do is up front say, listen, we expect, with the fact this is the first open world Fallout game that's multiplayer co-op, we know there's going to be issues. We're not promising you a perfect experience. We want to make it perfect, and we're going to make it better over time, but please work with us to make it better versus, oh, $60, here's the end thing, and fuck you if there's a problem. We don't give a shit. You know what I mean? Some people will take that the wrong way. And, you know, it's up to you. It's your own subjective choice how you want to take that kind of information. But for me, it actually was kind of honest. And as someone who's been quite honest for the past 10 years on the internet, I kind of found it refreshing that a game developer was kind of being honest. Okay? Okay. So Timbo cheered. He says, I hope we're going to have a good amount of mods here for Red Dead Redemption 2. I'm sure idiots will come in and try to say spoilers and other things. Yeah, and I hope that we will get mods here. If not, like, I actually do this usually during major playthroughs. Like, for example, I did it for God of War. I'll just preface everything and say, guys, watch at your own discretion. What I recommend is if you're playing this game yourself and you don't want spoilers, don't read the stream chat. You know, stay away from the stream chat. And, you know, that's the best way to stay away from spoilers. You know what I mean? You know you're going to have assholes trying to do it. Okay. Poopster cheered. He says, do you think the new generation of Let's Players have butchered the word playthrough from the original meaning you intended? I don't know. I don't even know how they use it. I have no idea how they use it. So I can't even answer that. Again, I don't watch other content creators. So I couldn't answer that. T-Dubs cheers says, I enjoy the pre-streams. Well, thank you, T-Dubs. You know, a lot of people do. A lot of people do. It's not like the vast majority of people hate pre-streams. They enjoy the fact that basically it's a daily vlog that I do, okay? Especially because I just don't have time for vlogging anymore, or, you know, this is the way that I interact with you guys. So, like I said, yeah, there's people who don't like it, but you have to understand that there is a silent majority. There is. Okay. Timbo Slice cheered. He says, EA announced Battlefield 5's Battle Royale mode won't be out until spring 2019. That game has been a mess since it was announced. I hope this game doing destroy a decent franchise. It was, I think he's saying he hopes that Battlefield 5 does not destroy the Battlefield franchise. Yeah, I'm sorry, and I hate to say this, but this is horrible for Battlefield. Number one, the beta was incredibly lackluster, boring as shit, and literally looked like the last game. Like, it just felt like you were playing Battlefield 1 again for $60, right? And now they're saying there will be a Battle Royale mode, but it's not out till next year. Your competitor already released their Battle Royale mode, and it's the best there is. How are you going to now release a game with less content? You know what I mean? Like, oh, well, we have the single-player campaign. That's all well and good, and a lot of people may actually appreciate that. I'm probably one of them. But you have to release a competitive product. And when your competition just released the absolute best Battle Royale there is, you're not going to have yours till next year. Everything I hear about Battlefield 5 just makes it sound worse and worse. Seriously. I don't know, man. I just don't know about this game. Like, the more I hear about it, the less I want to buy it. Although, it will be a major multiplayer game. It's probably a game, if I do multiplayer with viewers or patrons or whoever, it would be one of the games to play. But I don't know if it's going to be worth $60 at this point. So, I don't know. We'll see. Mr. Terrorhawk Cheers says a ridiculous amount of bugs. Well, damn, laughing out loud. Yeah, I seriously expect Fallout 76 to have a ridiculous amount of bugs. I absolutely 100% do. Let's see here. FL Gibson cheered and said, "Are you a furry? This isn't an insult." No, I am not. Although I have no hard feelings towards the furry community whatsoever. Everyone has, likes, dislikes, hobbies, different things that they like to do, things in their lifestyle. It's like I said, I'm a very open-minded guy, and although every once in a while I'll poke fun at certain things, okay, understand that that's lighthearted and it's not meant to be malicious or anything. And I have no kind of, negative feelings towards anyone who is in the furry community. Just because I took a picture with a hat on at a store does not mean I'm a furry, though. Okay. Timbo Slice cheered. He said, Spider-Man has had the biggest first month sales of any PlayStation-only game. Does this shock you with all the great PS-only games in the past, including God of War? No. 2 reasons. Number one, Spider-Man is Spider-Man, a mainstream Marvel character who's been in the movies recently, and right now Marvel is at the height of its popularity. It's not shocking to me to hear that people who maybe normally wouldn't even run out and buy a game ran out and bought Spider-Man. Number 2, the timing of the release. God of War was released in April. This game was released in September. Typically, sales near the end of the year are always higher. So this does not shock me whatsoever that Spider-Man was so successful. But in all honesty, I'm happy it was. The game was great, and this means that now maybe we'll see even more great superhero games moving forward. Okay? T-Dubs cheered. He says, it's a shame that because I enjoyed Battlefield 1, but I also have to admit, it's sad to hear about the negativity around Battlefield 5. Yeah. See, the thing is, I am a fan of the Battlefield franchise. I think it's had its ups and downs over the years. Okay? I remember making fun of Battlefield 3 fighting a fucking rat in QuickTime, right? Oh my god, I still remember that. Battlefield 4 I thought was one of the better games in the franchise, especially on PS4. As a PS4 launch title, it was actually exceptionally good. Then Battlefield 1 was kind of meh. It wasn't bad, but it also wasn't great. It was just kind of there, and it was fun to play for a while until it kind of got worn out and boring. I don't know why they thought 2 years later they could basically release the same game. It's not going to fly anymore. You got to do something. They really haven't done anything to innovate with this game. It feels like you're playing Battlefield 1 again. So, yeah, I mean, honestly, I am worried too. I like the Battlefield franchise. I know they could do better. And the fact that we're in the situation we're in right now is pretty disheartening. All right, everyone. Well, I think we've gotten through the shout-outs. I want to say thanks to everyone who has cheered or subbed. Okay, I appreciate that. No tips yet today. Easy way to get up on the leaderboard today would give me a tip. You'd be the first tipper. Just a forewarning, one final time before we start. I'm not good at Soul Calibur. I'm not expecting to win much today. In fact, I get the feeling I'm probably going to be bodied a lot more and get destroyed a lot more often than I'm going to get any wins. It's okay. It's just a learning experience. This is the one major opportunity I have to play the multiplayer of Soul Calibur. Okay? So, just expect that. You know, so a lot of people are here. Oh, Phil, want to see, is Phil going to dominate today? No. This is not Street Fighter. This is very much not a situation where I feel I'm going to do well. I'm forewarning all of you. Expect failure. Okay. Freddie Bosley just cheered. His pre-stream would be better if we see your face. Well, if that was the case, there would be no opportunity to run my pre-stream artwork, my pre-stream ads. And what's the point? Right? There's nothing added to see my face. And Crazy Dream did 100-bit cheers. Says, will we see a Just Dance 2019 playthrough? Hell no. Okay. That is it. Let's end the pre-stream. And let's get started. All right, here we go.